Hello, my name is Anthony Wright, and I'm going to be the educator, the teacher for the social English class for the 6th and 10th grade classes this semester. Right now, my focus right now is teaching on social studies, history, and English. And I want to go ahead right now and have this video because I think a video is a good way to communicate with the parents and the children and right now on what my intentions are as a teacher, what to expect, and also what I plan to do as an educator right now to go ahead and teach your children. So let's start off first of all what I feel about what teaching is. To me, teaching is a social aspect of how I plan to communicate my lesson plans from what I feel is not what I feel, but what I think is relevant to educate your kids, my students. Okay. Now, why is this important? Because school's important, and so as me coming to you as my students and as their parents, okay, this is what I plan to do. So you already know. And at that point, it gives us a good aspect of communication to you to get back with me and me to get back with you about what you can expect on how I plan to teach your children. Okay. Now, I plan to do a pre-test the beginning of the week. Okay. At that point, have at least 2 to 3 lesson plans during the week to format what we did in our pre-test, and then have a final testing to go ahead and make sure that the students got the plan or got what I was planning to teach, and to make sure they understand the concept and make sure they can comprehend it. Now, if there's an issue with that, we can always work on that. Now, I do plan to give homework. So with homework is an assessment to make sure that what they see every day on my lesson plans is what they are learning and what they're comprehending. It's not going to be a surprise, but I do plan to make them work. I do plan to have them write. Um, there are going to be some stuff that's original right now to go ahead and include hip hop and poetry and music, hands-on building. So it's going to be a lot to be detailed and to help students find out how they learn and how best I can help them learn. Assessments. Assessments, or what we call tests, based upon having the standardized testing and my testing will be different. It will be complementary, where I'm going to go ahead and input the core standards of what is required for them to learn, but I plan to put it into a style that they can understand and can learn from. I plan to ask the students and the parents questions because everyone learns differently. And to go ahead and teach a certain style is not conducive to teaching students. You have to find out on how they learn and what's the best way to help them learn so they can comprehend what's being taught. So that's going to be very important to me. Now, technology. I hopefully will go ahead and have, of course, email address and websites. We can Skype with parents. I plan to have a lot of technology involved in my teaching where it's very hands on. Now, what I really want to do is games. I feel that games are a very, very important part of helping young students learn because it helps them be engaged. It helps them, uh, be involved. It helps them be competitive. So, 2 websites I want parents to go ahead and download in their mobile apps, which I will go ahead and send you out a brochure on and an email on, are going to be Socrates and Cahoots. At that point, what they are whatever I'm going to teach the students that week, I'm going to put in game form where it's going to be multiple choice. And at that point, at least 70% of my lesson plan will be involved in the game planning. So with that multiple choice, even if they got the answer wrong on the initial question, they be able to record what they got wrong to make sure they get it right on the actual final assessment. Um, and this is very important. I'm not trying to go ahead and make things difficult for my students. I want them to learn. But the only way to really make them learn is put them in an environment that they find learning to be fun. And that has to do with mobile apps and games. Now, the thing with mobile apps with parents is that whether or not you have one job, two jobs, three jobs, or whatever have you, with a mobile app, as long as you have Facebook or email, it allows you to be involved in your child's educational progress because I can do but so much as a teacher. It takes you as a parent as well to help me help your child, help my student reach that next level. So, having an app or having something right now where you get information about your child's progress, to say, okay, this and that, allows you to be involved in that process, even no matter how busy you are. Okay. And that's very important because, again, I am an only child raised by a single parent, and my mother was very involved with my education. So, it's not and plus my mother worked three jobs at one time. So I understand how it is to go ahead and pay bills. But education is the key to your child and my students, ability to achieve their goals and to be successful. So I really want to go ahead and put a format together that's going to work with you as a parent and as with myself right now to be sure that they're successful, that they're learning, that they're understanding, that they're comprehending, and that they can implement what I'm teaching them, not just on a test, but in life. Because a test is one thing, life is a whole different other format. Uh, I'm going to be reachable 100%. Again, through all of the parents of my students, either via email, again, via Skype. I'm going to have a collaborate site where at least once a week, for a half an hour to an hour, people can join on if having questions. Please do that. I plan to be very open to be accessible because, again, as a teacher and as an educator, it's about being able to communicate with teacher, student, and parent. Those are the three parts that make the educational process work. And I'm hoping that we can do that together socially. We can, matter whether, the race or genre or sexual orientation or whatever have you. It's about working together to make sure that, what is being taught is being learned and that the parent understands what is being done. It's about a process. So again, my name is Anthony Wright. I want to go ahead and introduce myself as, your child's teacher, let you know that I am very accessible. Uh, the end of this format will have my information so far as phone number, as email, as Skype. So again, I'm going to be reachable and going to have a weekly kind of web format, to go ahead and discuss my thing with parents so far as what's being taught. And again, I hope we can definitely come together and, go about the proper process to be sure that we are all in the same understanding that not only is education being done, but it's being done on the proper level. Thank you and have a great day.